Hey, Shalom Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. This is ISUPK Colleen Sabbath service on Precinct Officer Tapazar. And with that, I Mijim, which means to stand. La Yashala. It's the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathan, Lanawa, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kabawafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawafyanawa, Wala'ah, Tabaya'ai Banasai 1, Abal, Hawashanawa, Mayan, Ra'ah, Kaya, Laka, Hamalatwa, Waha Allah, Waha Thapara, La'a Walamium, Aman, in the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. The prayer of the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Baba Kwashah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakak, Lara Pa'ah, Kal Makala, Wakal Marawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamatazarium, Hakak, Lahaiquium, Hamathium, Hakak, Al Kawath, Hata Ma'ala, Lagarshan, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water Aman in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. The prayer of the blessing in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Why Mayak Allah, Wa Alahayim, Matazabaya, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapium, Ha Saranyam, Ha Quataza Salakia, Ha Quazatazayanyam, Ha kaya yum. Wa akwafian. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Ashai Ayanya, Al-Haharium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a Azariah Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawam, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Ba la ya Allah, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makar Ra'ai, Yashamar Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar Taza'athka, Wabawa'aka, Ma'atha, Wa'ad Awalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al-Damalika, Al-Thakarash, Wa-Al-Thashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Al-Wayabaka, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Amaka, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawada, Wayatha Ya'atazwa, Al-Tazapan Wayaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanak Akyadam, Magaiwa, Wala'a Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Na Tazawa, Laba, Yakaidwa, Al Baryath, Yakarwatha, Al-Yaha, Adawam, Wa Yashama, Allah Yam, Ma'aibwa, Wa Hagariyum, Gabal, Wa Amawan, Wa Amalak, Palashath, I'm Yashabia, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aisha Laham, Kamadian, Kasa'a Sara'a, Kayabian, Banakar, Kwayashwan, Nashama Dawa, Ba'ayan Da'ira, Hayawa Daman, La'a Adama Shaya Athamwa, Nada Salakia, Nada Mawa, Ka'irab, Wakazaibia, Wakaza Zabak, Wakataza Mana'ai, Ka Na Sayakmo Kamoa, Ashar, Amarawa, Nayash Salakia, Na Yarasha, Lanawa, Af, Nawa, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shaya Tamawa, Kagalia, Kakwash, Lapanya Rakwa, Kayash, Tabaira Yaira, Wa Kala'a Aba, Wa Kala Haba'a, Talahat Haharium, Kan Taradatma, Basa Iraka, Wabasa Wapathka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panya Aham, Kwalawan, Waya Bakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabaishwa, Waya Balawa Bahalwa, Aya'ai, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Ibaidwa, Waya Dawa'ai, Kaya Atha Shamka Yahawa, Labatka, Aliyawan, Al Kaha Arataza. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as unto Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Zabah and Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of the power in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm, and fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Yeshabia, which means to sit. Salakia, a shalom Israel, courtesy salute to the Akim, a shalom Yahweh Bashim Yashar Barakatham, to the sisters, shalom Yahweh Shemal Latham Bashim Yahweh Shai, priest and officer Tabazar's ISUPK Kaleen Sabbath service. We left off last service at Genesis 18:24. This is when the Most High, or the angels representing the Most High, they visited Abraham. They've told him about the promised seed, you know what I'm saying, that Sarah would have, you know what I'm saying, the following year. Salakia. Abraham is seeing the men off as they head out to their next mission, you understand, which is towards Sodom. And two of the angels go ahead, and the angel representing the Most High stays back with Abraham, and he tells him what he's about to do concerning Sodom in terms of investigating, you know what I'm saying, the evils and the wickedness that are going on in that city. It said the cry of them had came up to heaven, and he came to see if these things was true. And you know what I'm saying, Abraham, understanding what that meant, was that judgment was coming behind that if it was found to be true. So Abraham begins to entreat the Most High, you know what I'm saying, on behalf, you know what I'm saying, of anybody in that city that would be righteous, but mainly for his nephew Lot, who he knew was either by the city or in the city. When Abraham and Lot had parted ways, Lot had chose the land in the area towards Sodom, which at that time it said it looked like the Garden of Eden. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we left off at, and Abraham is still having this conversation with the angel. You understand? Representing the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Pleading on behalf of his of you know what I mean, of his family. Salakia. Let me get back to this. So this is Genesis 18:25 in the Hebrew. Ha laha laka ma'aisheth kadabar hazah laha mayath sadak salakias tazadak aim rasha'ai wahaya ka tazadak hara sha'ai Hala laha, laka, ha shapat, call, harataza, la'a, ya'ai shaha, ma shapat. Verse 26 in the Hebrew, Wayamar, Yahweh, I'm, I'm, Amar, Taza'ah, Ba Saddam, Ha Mash Ha Mashayam, Tazadakim, Bata Waka, Salakia. It's cooking in Texas, Salakia. Ha'ai Salakia. Ha'ai Yara, Wana Sha'aitha, Salakia. Wana Sha'aithaya, Lakal, Hai Mai Kwa, Hamai Kwa, Wayam, Ba'ai, Bawa Rayam. Genesis 8:27, 18:27, Salakia. Ya Ya'ai, Ya'ain, A Bara'am, Abarayam, Salakia. Wayamar, Ha Naha, Na'ai, Na'a, Salakia. Hawaii, Lataya, La Debar, All, A Adoniah, Wa'ai, Nakoya, Wa'ai, Nakaya, Ipar, Wa'ai, Wa'ai, Wa'ipar. Genesis 18, verse 28. Owai A Walaya Yaha Sarawan Ha Mashayim Ha Tazadakim Ha Mashaya Ha Thashai Ka Yath Baha Masha Atha Call Ha'ira Wayamar La'a Asha Ka Yath Aim Amai Taza'a Sham Abu Abarayim Salakia Salakia Ara Ba'ayim Wa Hamasha, verse 29. Waya Shapa I Wada La Debar Alaya Alayawa Wayamar Awalaya Yama Taza Wana Sham Ara Ba'ayim Wayamar La'a Aish Aisha Ba'ai Ba'ai Ba Salakia Ba'ai Ba'ar Ha Barayim verse 30 Wayamar all Na'a Yahar La'a Danaya Salakia La'a Danaya Wa'a Dabar Ha A Salakia Awalaya Yama Taza Wana Sham Shalashim Wayamar La'a Aisham Aim Ama Taza'a Sha'im Shayayim Salakia Shalashayim, verse 31. Wayamar Hana Ha Na'a Hawa Allah Thaya La Debar All Adonaya Awalaya Yama Taza'a one Sham Asherayim Wayamar La'a Asher Yath Ba'ai Bawar Ha'ai Shirayim, verse 32. Wayamar all Na'a Yahar La Adonaya Wa Dabara Aka Pun Salakia Ha Pa Ayam Awaliya Yama Taza'a Wan Sha'im I Shara Wayamar I Shara Wayamar La'a I Shaka Yata Salakia Shaka I Shaka Yath Ba'ai Bar Salakia Ba'ai Bawara Ha Shara. That was Genesis 8:32. Start at verse 25 in the English. Genesis 18, verse 25. That be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked. That be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? Right. So this is Abraham prior. The Lord. He's asking the angel. He's asking the Lord. If there's 50 righteous in the city, wouldn't you spare the city? You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't destroy the righteous with the wicked who is far from you. You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't the judge of the earth judge rightly? Which is a bold thing, you understand, to put before the Most High. Basically is he's calling the Most High on his own integrity, pretty much, like, which is a bold thing to do, because the Most High can do what he want to do. Number one, he can judge how he see fit, but Abraham is appealing to the Most High's righteousness, right? But it's still a bold thing to do, to confront the Most High. Which is the brotherhood that Abraham had. You know what I'm saying? Verse 26, Salakia. And the Lord said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sakes. So he heard Abraham. You know what I'm saying? He heard Abraham's appeal. Verse 27, and Abraham answered and said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. So, Abraham is acknowledging that, how we say in the UPK, we ain't ish. You understand? He's like, I'm not anything, but I've made this appeal to you. You understand? He's acknowledging the fact that he ain't got no real place to be even approaching the Most High like this. You know what I'm saying? Verse 28, peradventure there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for lack of 5? And he said, if I find there 45, I will not destroy it. So he doing a negotiation. He going into the numbers with the Most High. Like, what if it was 5 less than the 50? Would you spare the city? And the Lord's like, I'll spare it. Right. Verse 29. And he spake unto him yet again and said, peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for the 40's sake. So Abraham is pushing the numbers down. You understand? Verse 30. And he said unto him, oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure there shall be 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there. You understand? I mean, Abraham must have known, like, the amount of wickedness that's going on in this place, man. You understand? For him to keep pushing the number down, he really trying to get Lot spared in all of this. That's what it seemed like. You know what I'm saying? Verse 31, and he said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. It's a heavy thing, man. Abraham, you know what I'm saying, praying. It's like how the scriptures say, he praying for the Sodomites, man. You understand? Verse 32. And he said, "Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there." And he said, "I will not destroy it for the 10's sake." You know what I mean? Abraham, man, this is an excellent brother. And this is an example, you know what I mean, that we could take. You understand? And you know how we in the ISUPK, we don't need prayer warriors, we need warriors. You understand? But instead of, thinking about praying for a brother, you should think about being the answer to that brother's prayer. And that's what the ISUPK, under Commander General Yohana is in every city, across North America and across the world. You understand? It's the answered prayer. You understand? For so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that, want to seek life. You know what I mean? And life is in this book. It's in our culture. It's in our laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? And it's in the Most High. You know what I'm saying? In Christ. All right. So moving on, we're gonna go to verse 33. Wayalaka Yahweh ka Aisha ka Ashar ka Laha La Debar all Abarayim wa Abarayim Shabah La Makwa La Makwa La Makwa verse Salaki, Genesis 19, verse 1. Why Yaba Salakia, why ya Ba'a Salakia, why ya Ba'awa Shanya Ha Mala'a Kayam Sadama Ba'iraba, sorry, Ba'irab Wala Ma Salakia Wala Wa'at Yeshaib Yeshaibia Ba Sha'ira Saddam Waya why yara la lawat why yaquam laqua ra'ai thum waya shata kawa apanyam apan salakia apanyam o ora tazaha. Genesis 19, verse 2 in the Hebrew. Wayamar Hana Na'a Adonaiah Sawara Na'a all Bath, Salakia, Bayath, excuse me. I, Bada, come. Salakia, I, Badakam, Wala, Yanai, Wara, Ka, Tazawa, Regal, Layai, Quam, Waha, Shaka, Matham, Waha, Lakam, Waha, Lakatham, Lada, Rakam, Salakia, Lada, Raka, Kam, Waya, Amarium, Salakia, Waya, Amarwa, La'a, Kaya, Bara, Bara, Kawab, Nala, Yo, Lana, Yun, Genesis 19:3. Waya Patazara Salakia. Waya Tazapar Bayam Ma'id Waya Sarawa Alayawa Waya Wayabawa All Baya Thawa Waya Aish Salakia. Wa Ya Aish Laham Ma Mashata Mawad Tazawath Apaya Salakia Apa Waya Waya Aka Loa Genesis 19:4. Taram Ta Ra'am Yasha 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 Kabawa Yasha Kabawa Wa'a Nashaya Ha'ai Yara Asashaya Ashaya Salakia Nashaya Saddam Nasa Boa Al Habayath Mana Ayar Wa'id Zakwan Ka'al Ha'ayim Makwa Taza Tazaha, verse 5. Waya Quora Salakia. Waya Quora all Lawat Waya Amarwa Lawa Aya Ayaha Ha'ai Nasham Ashar Ba'aiwa Allah Allah Yaka Hala Ya La'a Hawa Tazayam Hawa Tazayam Allah Yanawa Wa Nadaim Salakia Wa Nadai Wa Nadaim Salakia Wa Nadaiha a thumb. Genesis 19, verse 6 in the Hebrew. Waya Taza'ah Allahim Lawat Ha the Salakia Ha the Waha the Salakia Waha Dalath Sagara Aha Rayam Aha Rayawa. So I think we stopped at Genesis 18, verse 33 to Genesis 19:6 in the English. And the Lord went his way, and as soon as he had left communing with Abraham, the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham, and Abraham returned unto his place. So when Abraham left off from the Lord or from the angel speaking with the angel, he had left it at 10. If there be 10 in the city, you know what I'm saying? The Lord said he was spared. So once they had that those last words, the Lord went his way in the direction towards Sodom, or went his way, and Abraham went back, you know what I'm saying, to his to where he dwelt. Genesis 19, verse 1. And there came two angels at Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face towards the ground. Now, you know, even though Lot and Abraham had parted ways, you know, Lot still had the you know, he had some he had a you know, he had some perception to be able to recognize, you know what I'm saying, that these men weren't regular men. You understand? And you know, just like we recognize that Commander General Yohana and General Muhammad and the generals, you know what I'm saying, are not regular men. And the captains, they're not regular men. You know what I'm saying? The men of the Lord is something different about them. You understand? And, you know, when you see the men of the Lord, you know, if you have perception, you're able to recognize, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's something different about these men. And Lot still had that ability to perceive, that these angels were not, you know what I'm saying, they weren't regular men. All right. And he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. He recognized the authority that these men carried. You know what I'm saying? And if you wise, you will recognize today the men of the Lord and the authority that they carry, and you know what I'm saying, and yield to that authority. Because you yielding to the authority of the men of the Lord, it's putting you in a position for your life to be saved. And not just your life, but your family's life. And everybody that's in the ISUPK under Command General Yana, I'm sure can attest to that through various different stories and how they came in and how their life has been transformed since they've been in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. I know for myself, you know what I mean? It's my entire life has been, you know what I'm saying, changed from the inside out. And it's still being changed as I speak. Right? But Lot saw the two men of the Lord, and he recognized their authority, and he yielded himself to that authority. Verse 2. And he said, behold, now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and you shall rise up early and go on your ways. And, you know, this was a custom in the East. You know what I mean? This was a custom of our people, and we just saw that custom with Abraham when he gave that hospitality and showed that brotherhood, you know what I'm saying, to the angels. And, you know what I mean? They came under his tent. He said the exact same thing. You know what I mean? He petitioned them and asked them to let them come up under his roof, under his protection. And, you know what I'm saying, let you take rest for the night and let me wash your feet. And then in the morning, you can go on your way. You know what I mean? That custom of hospitality was cultural. And, you know what I mean? To our people, you know, that's in the East. And we practice that because we don't just read the scriptures, the Bible, we live it. We practice that same hospitality now as UPK. Whenever a brother or sister, you know what I'm saying, is out of their zone or from wherever they, you know, reside at, and they pass through, you know what I'm saying, our zone, we extend that same hospitality. We extend that same brotherhood and allowing them under our roof or trying to make arrangements for them to where like they're comfortable as long as, you know what I mean, they're within, you know what I'm saying, you know, our proximity or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make sure that they protected and good to go. You know what I'm saying? That's One West, and that's the spirit of Christ, right? And he said, behold, now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and you shall rise up early and go your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the street all night. You know what I'm saying? Translation, we outside. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Captain Tower War, because we outside. You understand? But they was like, nah, the angels was like, nah, we outside for the night. We not finna stay up in your place. We out in the streets. And why do they say that, man? They said that, one, because they know, of course, they the angels of the Most High. They know cowards. You know what I'm saying? They coming with the full authority of the Most High to do judgment. You understand? But they there to investigate and to see what's going on in the city. You can't know what's going on in the city if you stuck inside your house. You know what I mean? You can't serve the Lord, you know what I'm saying, on some Netflix and chill, sitting on your couch, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, eating hot Cheetos or whatever. You know what I mean? You got to be in the streets to see what's going on and to see what's going on with the people. And that's the type of time the angels was on. You know what I'm saying? They was on a mission. They wasn't there to lounge. They had already lounged with Abraham. They was there to see what was going on. You understand? Verse 3. And he pressed upon them greatly. This is talking about Lot. He pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him and entered into his house, and he made them a feast and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. Now that right there, that's heavy. You know what I'm saying? If you caught that, that's heavy. Salakia. That's heavy. Read that again, verse 3. And he pressed upon them greatly. He pressed upon them greatly. You know how we say, you know, when a brother gets pressed, if you know what I mean, it's, you know, pressed or pressure. When you pressing somebody's, when you applying pressure, you understand? He was like, nah, you know what I mean? Like, you can't be out in these streets, man. You understand? Like, please come stay in my home. You understand? And the angels, they was like, all right, Lot was like, nah, y'all can't be out here in this city, man. Psst, come stay where I'm at. You understand? Like this, just please. And he begging them. And they was like, all right. They turned in unto him and entered into his house, and he made them a feast and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. You know what I'm saying? Which is heavy because, it's just showing you that, even we know about the unleavened bread. Why? Because the feast of unleavened bread. And when did we have unleavened bread? We had unleavened bread during our exodus from Egypt. Why? Because the Lord was getting us up out of Egypt, out of the country of our oppression. You understand? Getting us out of the land of our oppressors quickly. And we had to make a feast of unleavened bread because we didn't have time to what? Let the yeast in the bread rise. So it was a flat bread. You understand? And that's that same recipe that Lot made for the angels. Moses was instructed to make that same bread right before the destruction of Egypt. So that's a heavy thing that's being mentioned, that Lot made a feast of unleavened bread for the angels. And as we're gonna continue to read, this is what in the time of Moses, when this was made for the Israelites, for the 12 tribes of Israel. This was right before the destruction of Egypt, of our oppressors. You understand? This is heavy. You understand? It says, and he did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. Verse 4. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, and all the people from every quarter. So the entire city, imagine that, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the cities of like Memphis, you got the city of Houston, city of Dallas, you know what I'm saying? The city of Philadelphia, you know what I'm saying? New York City, you understand? Jersey City. Imagine all the men of an entire city. It's one thing to have like all the men of a project, right? All the men of a block. But it said all the men of the city surrounded Lot's home. It said the old and the young. That means everybody was on the same type of time, man. Everybody had heard about two new men coming into the city, and they surrounding Lot's house. This is a situation. You understand? This ain't no light situation. Verse 5. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came into thee this night? They wanted to know where them two brothers was at, where them two men was at, man. And this tells you right here the spirit of, you know what I'm saying, of a sodomite. You know what I mean? In the law, it says that there shall be no sodomites of the sons of Israel. You understand? And this is showing you the spirit of homosexuality, man, which is an aggressive and violent spirit. You understand? You know what I mean? And it shows you that it says, I'm gonna read it again. It says both old and young. And we can see that going on right now in America, man. You understand? The LGBTQ movement is going after, you know what I'm saying, who? The youth, the children. This is why they promote, unicorns, and they make like a little unicorn cartoons, and, you know what I'm saying, they do the rainbows. These are all things that kids, you know what I mean, are going to be gravitated to just from them being children, fantasy and storytelling and, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. And the LGBTQ community, through YouTube, through TikTok, through all the social media platforms, through like their propaganda, they're surrounding, you know what I'm saying, the how do you want to put it? In order, because the LGBTQ community cannot repopulate their numbers through marriage, right? Because sex is marriage, and that's between a man and a woman. That's how the generations continue, is you have children, and that comes through what the Lord sanctioned, which is a man and a woman having sex and you know what I mean, and being married through the bond of marriage and having children, right? They can't do that because they're what they do is whoredom. It's unlawful. What they're the union that they have doesn't bring about life. It just brings about the fulfillment of their lusts. So that's all homosexuality, lesbianism, whatever you want to call it. I know just now. What's that brother name that was on the skit with Dave Chappelle? Wayne Brady. Nobody gives a damn. You know what I mean? Shout out to the the Montgomery 19, and I'm saying, the brawl at the Montgomery brawl at Riverfront, because that's all that should be being talked about right now. You know what I'm saying? Which should be a national holiday for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand the courage and the brotherhood that was shown in that event. But you got Wayne Brady coming out, talking about how he's a pansexual, and Most High in Christ, it didn't really get a lot of attention because Black people are focused on us being a family again and us protecting ourselves as family. And this is what Lot was doing with the angels. He saw these righteous men and that they were different from other men, and he wanted to protect them. You know what I'm saying? He saw danger and he knew the danger of his city, and he wanted to protect these men in the spirit of brotherhood. You understand? And but this trend that's in America right now is, everybody wants to come out the closet. I mean, at least that's what it was when I was growing up. Now there's not even a closet anymore. Our children are being born in a world with no closet. You know what I mean? I'm seeing little. We back in the right before the school year is being started for our children, and I'm going to like the orientations with my daughters and all that, and me visiting the teachers, and I'm seeing kids in elementary school with the rainbow bands around their wrists, already claiming to be LGBTQ, and they're not even over the age of 9 and 10. You know what I'm saying? Rocking rainbows and having their hair rainbow colored, and wearing the rainbow neck chokers and all this stuff, and this is why the scriptures refer to what I'm saying, that city, that's referred to spiritually as Egypt and Sodom. You know what I'm saying? That's America. It's already checked off as Egypt because as Egypt had the Israelites in slavery for 400 years, you understand? America's had Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Lord's children, the Lord's people, the Lord's family, you know what I'm saying? The 12 tribes in slavery for 400 years. And then what else? Sodom. You know what I'm saying? Having legalized homosexuality and homosexual marriage and legislated it at the highest levels of government. You know what I'm saying? Coming out of DC and whatever government, branches of government that legislated that, the Supreme Court, or the Senate, the House of Representatives, or whatever else. You understand? They've made it law. So spiritually, it's called Egypt and Sodom. And as Sodom was described, it was the old and the young. You dig what I'm saying? And that's what we got going on right now, man. Through these social media platforms, they have surrounded our children. They've surrounded our youth. You know what I mean? It's in all the movies. You understand? What is it? And it's so crazy how they do it. So I don't know the oppressor's name, the white boy's name, but the one who played Spider-Man. Spider-Man was the most recent Spider-Man's. It was a very popular film or franchise, the Spider-Man series. You know what I'm saying? And now this same actor that played Spider-Man, I don't know what the name of the movie is, but he's basically Brokeback Mountain in this new movie. So it's like you gain the attention of the youth through some heroic character, and they lock into this character and they idolize this character. Then they take this same character who they make a hero and they show him as a homosexual, man. They're putting it in the comic books. They're putting it in the anime. They're putting it in the YouTube videos. You might have your kids. For you sisters out there, you out there making dinner for your children, and you put on a YouTube. And it'll, the videos will play in succession. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll be a playlist of videos where the YouTube is choosing the videos they play. You might set something up that's wholesome, or ABC, something educational. And then as soon as an ad pop up, it's some homosexual advertisement or propaganda on there. Or the next video that plays got some type of, promoting Halloween or Christmas or homosexuality. You understand? That's that's the same thing as them surrounding the house a lot. Like it's an aggressive, relentless spirit, the spirit of homosexuality. And that's why, you gotta guard your children. You gotta watch over your children, man. Like he told Abraham, I know Abraham will command his house after me and after what I've commanded him. He'll teach what I've taught him and command his house after him. You know what I mean? That's how you gotta be. You gotta make sure that you're monitoring what your children are watching. You know what I'm saying? Because right now we're in a society where it's the old and the young, which lets you know that time is short, man. You understand? But by the time it hits the old and the young, that means everybody's been corrupted. You know what I mean? And and believe me, just like how the cry of Sodom hit hit the Lord's attention, the cry of America has hit the Lord's attention as well. And destruction is coming quickly. You know what I mean? Salakia. Verse 5. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us that we may know them. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. It's you know what I mean? And basically what that's saying is that this mob, and really you got to imagine, like, is when, you might see like even at the Montgomery Brawl, that was a lot of people, but that could have been roughly 200 or 250 people at the most. This was the entire city of Sodom. So now you got to picture, like, when you go into a city, say you driving into you know what I'm saying, Natchez, Mississippi, or you driving into New Orleans or Shreveport, Louisiana, and when you cross the state line or the city line, it'll tell you the population. Population of this city, 50,000 or 100,000. Now you got to imagine the amount of people, like in a concert, like a stadium concert, packing 20,000 people, 30,000 people. It looks like a sea of people. This is the amount of homosexuals that were trying to break into Lot's house to get these men and to know them and to rape them. You understand? Now think about that. Think about the level of I mean, it's disgusting. You understand? And this is the spirit of homosexuality. A lot of times, man, like our people, like, our people, we give an inch and they take 100 miles. You know what I mean? Like we feel like we can just, like people say all the time, like I hear it in popular culture where they say, what does it matter to you what someone else is doing in their bedroom? That's none of my business. Well, the problem is, man, is that one sinner destroys much good. You know what I mean? What goes on in your city is going to affect you eventually. You know what I'm saying? People, the idea of, let bygones be bygones, or let people live how they want to live. That's not the spirit that we should be operating in, man. Because what goes on in your city can bring the wrath and destruction of the Most High. That's why it's so important to be under the Lord's protection. That's why if you're a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you know what I'm saying, it's important for you to come and learn the truth of the Bible, the truth of God's laws, you know what I'm saying, and the truth of Christ, that Christ is a Black man, you know what I mean, from the tribe of Judah. You understand? Not like how they portray in the Christian churches, but that he's a Black man from the tribe of Judah that sacrificed his life so God's people, you know what I'm saying, Blacks, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians could return back to their power. You know what I'm saying? And be the people of God again. You understand? Because living in this society, man, we've lost our identity. We've lost, you know what I'm saying, the knowledge of God, and we've been living like the heathens because we've been scattered amongst them and feeling like like living like an American is the way to go. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, living like a Canadian, or living like a, you know what I'm saying, like a in the United Kingdom, or a Frenchman, or France, or whatever, wherever you're at, wherever you live at. But the truth of the matter is, man, Jerusalem is the mother of us all, man. You know what I'm saying? Our home is in Israel. If you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you know what I'm saying, of Negro descent, your culture, your nationality is tied to the creator of heaven and earth, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The most high power. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is a late night Sabbath service session. And because we got some things we got to do tomorrow. So that's why this is going down at this time period, man. But we're leaving off at Genesis 19, verse 5, and we'll continue on the next Sabbath service. So with that, I imagine, which means to stand. All right. La Yashala. All right. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Quadash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malawaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathanlanawa, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kabawafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawafyanawa, Wala'ah, Taba'ai Banasaya 1, Abal, Awashanawa, Mayan, Ra'ai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha Allah, Salakia, Waha Allah, Salakia, Waha Allah, Waha Thapara, La'ai Walamium, Aman, in the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. The prayer of the power, the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Baba Koshah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Lara Pa'ah, Kal Makalah, Wakal Marawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Ha Matazarayim, Hakak, La Hakwiyum, Hamathium, Hakak, Al Rakawa, Ha Ta Ma'ala, Lagarshan, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water Aman, in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. The prayer of the blessing in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai. Why Mayak Allah. Wa Alahayim. Matazabaya. Alawap Yahana. Ha Alawapium. Ha Saranyum. Ha Kwatazayanyum. Ha Kaya Yayam. Wa Akwathian, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water Amun in the English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Ashai Ayanya, Al Hahariam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a Azariah, Isaiah, Ma'am, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'aratasa, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shamamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La Yayaka, Wayarak, Ba La Yala'a, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makara'a, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar Taza'afka, Wabawa'aka, Ma'athai, Wa'ad Awalam, in the English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al-Damalaka, Al-Thakarash, Wa-Al-Thashakwat, Al, Kayahana, Awa Yabaka, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Amaka, Ya'ai Ra Yamawa, Sawada, Wayatha, Ya'ai Tazawa, Al-Tazapawa, Wayaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanak Akyadam, Magaiwa, Wala'a Yazakar, Shamya Sha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Na Wa'atazawa, Laba, Yakaidwa, Al Yaka, Barya, Yakarthawa, Al Alhalia, Adawam, Wa Shama, Wa Yashama'ai, Al Yum, Barya, Ma'aibwa, Wa Hagarium, Gabal, Wa Amawan, Wa Amalak, Palasha, Salakia, An Yashabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam Hayawa, Zarawai, Yashabia, Salakia, Labanya, Lawat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasa'ai, Sara'ai, Kayabian, Banakal, Kawashawan, Nasham Madawa, Ba'ayan Da'ira, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shaya Tamawa, Nada, Yab Mawa, Ka'arab, Wakaza Ibia, Wakazabak, Wakataza Almana'ai, Kal Nasai Yakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayar Rasha, Lanawa, Af, Na Awath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagalia, Kakwash, La Panyar Rawaka, Kaiash, Taba Ira Yaira, Wa Kalahaba, Talahat, Harayam, Khan, Taradatma, Basa Iraka, Wabasa Wapafka, Taba'a Halam, Salakia, Mala'a, Taradatma, Salakia, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Waya'a, Bakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya Ba Halawa, Aya'ai, Waya'a, Kaparwa, Waya'ai Abaidwa, Waya'a Da'aiwa, Kaya Atha Shamka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kaharataza. In the English, Psalms 83, keep not thy silence, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, Ammon, Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have holpen together the children of Lot. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as unto Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Zabah and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of the power in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm, and fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. This is the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction and death to the heathen that speak against thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction and death to the heathen, and shake loose the pockets of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction and death to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. Open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift death to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the terrorists. Cause them to go to and fro throughout the earth and destroy. Cause the terrorists to come against America and destroy them in their strongholds. Let America shake at the hands of the terrorists. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and kill all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread throughout the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you always. So be it. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Barak Yah. Go ahead and give a courtesy salute to the men of Israel. I Majim Shabbat. I Majim Barak. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Salakia Barakathum. Yazamatah, Sar, turn face the sisters. Men of Israel. I Majim Shabbat. I Majim Barak. Yahweh Shemo Alatham Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yazamatah. Class dismissed.